Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Kayla, and here on YouTube I am a tarot reader and a medium, and I'm also bringing some of my insights from my subconscious mind coaching here. Basically just, putting out stuff that I either deal with and incorporate into like my regular practices, or like that show up with my clients, that just show up in general, and they're generally harder topics that I think are important that I don't feel like enough people are talking about. So that's the Let's Talk series that you'll see scattered throughout my page. But today is a tarot and oracle reading, and this reading is all about which guide you are most connected to right now and what their messages are for you and how you're working with them, or how you can choose to work with them. Here's the thing, is the deeper I go into my personal spiritual journey, the more and more and more things and entities and beings that I notice we're all connected to, or that we can learn from, or that are parts of us. So I thought that this one was very important because I feel like there are particular areas that everyone needs like a little bit of guidance or help with right now. And I knew that there was specific guides that are showing up for you guys that either you can begin to learn how to embody, you can learn more about, you can see like how it shows up and manifests in your life, or if there's already someone you know who kind of resembles this for you and you feel like you can connect further with. So this is a pick a card style reading. Basically what's going to happen is I will show you the cards you can choose from, and you can choose via the card, the number, or the crystal that's above it. And you just go ahead and scroll down. There's timestamps below that'll help you just like click, go through very quickly and easily. They are pretty dense and in depth, so there's only 3 you can choose from, but each one is like pretty jam-packed and very full of like reminders and communication from this particular guide for you. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to sharing this with you guys because I think that it's a lot of like what you really need right now. And this video is timeless, so whenever you click on it, whenever you land here, it's when you're meant to watch it. It's when you're meant to connect with these guides and receive these messages. It's crazy how timely this stuff is. So if you start listening to one and you feel like you want to listen to another one, that's awesome. If you want to watch all 3, that's awesome. If you feel like someone else needs these reminders and this connection, feel free to share it with them. Make sure that you like the video and subscribe to just help my channel grow. My aim is to have 1,000 followers by May. So or subscribers, it's subscribers here, whatever, it's the same shit. So that's pretty much it. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and just taking some time out of the day to learn more and connect more about yourself and with yourself. And we'll go ahead and show you guys the piles. I'd also like to note that I made some very cute adjustments over here, and you can't see them super great, so fuck, I didn't light the incense. I'm sorry. I wanted to make this more aesthetic and it didn't work. Fuck. It's okay. We'll do it next time. And just keep, if you guys think that I should have like an overhead setup, if you like the way that looks and it helps you see the cards better, let me know. I'm like, seriously, drop in the comments and help me out, because I'm debating buying a new tripod that would allow me to actually do like really nice quality overhead, like they're called top-down shots. I just think it's easier and it's better because you get to see all the cards and the spread much more clearly than when I do it from a side angle. So please comment down below and let me know what you guys think. But now we'll get to the picking. Hey, so I apologize I didn't film this part, so I'm doing a voiceover, but at any rate, we're gonna go ahead and take a deep breath together. All right, get nice and centered. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And just relax. And if you wanted to, you could close your eyes and do that again. But really take a moment to tune in and ask for which guide you are most connected with, or need to be most connected with right now. So over here, all the way on the left, we have pile number 1 with the hematoid quartz. In the center, we have pile number 2 with the mookaite jasper. And pile number 3 all the way to the far right with the selenite wand. So go ahead and take a moment, pick based on whatever floats your boat, whatever your intuition is speaking to you with. And you can go ahead and scroll down into the description and click on your... Wow, this is taking me forever to get out. You can go ahead and click on your timestamp and get to your reading. All right. Hey there, pile number 1. This is your guys' guide connection reading. It's really cool to see like which guides came out of this deck in particular. And for those of you who are interested, I do link all of the decks down below, so you can go ahead and see like in the description which decks I'm using. But this is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck, and I felt so pulled to this, like I want to say maybe like a week or 2 ago, and I just knew that there were specific guides in here that wanted to come through to really connect with you guys and help. So if you picked pile number 1, that means you also picked this really awesome hematoid quartz. You can see here like all of the really cool green inclusions that's in it, which I think might be fluorite. It's kind of hard to tell. But this is a powerful clearing stone that I've been working with. So if you guys felt really drawn to the crystal in particular, just know that it's a hematoid quartz, and they come in all sorts of shapes and colors too. Like I also have a red hematoid quartz. So just know that this one in particular, the clear quartz with the green inclusions, which I'm pretty sure is a fluorite inclusion, will really be focused on clearing, clarity, cleansing, like heart chakra work, especially with the green. But it could also be like emotional stuff. So we're talking like heart, throat chakra as well. But that's some info for those of y'all who are very interested in the crystal. So your guardian that you guys are connecting with right now is the water guardian, connecting with your emotions. So right off the bat, you guys are just being asked to connect more with your emotions. Just leaning into that and knowing that, like, even if it might be kind of scary or uncomfortable, or it's something that you just don't like or are not used to doing, it's something that you're being called to do right now, and you're being guided through it and with the process as well. So again, like with the throat, you know, the blue throat chakra stuff coming up right away. Let's reorganize here a little bit. I think that that's really potent for you guys. So there's definitely some healing work that you're doing, or just like learning how to be connected with this aspect of yourself. And it's definitely coming through with very strong feminine and nurturing energy, especially with like the depiction on the card. So just learning how to connect with your emotions in a way that is healing, that is nurturing, that you're learning from them and not necessarily being like swallowed up by them. And the main reminder, I pulled these cards from my astrology deck, is there's like a particular reminder that we want to come back to throughout this reading, because we'll dive into tarot and more oracle. But from your water guardian is sextile, a combination of tension and flow, potential, and a rewarding situation. So I think that that's pretty cool, because it's just right off the bat it's saying like your emotions do have that range, right, of tension and flow, and like the potential with working with that and understanding it is something that's rewarding. It is something that is very positive and influential to you. So just a reminder to come back to this like throughout the reading. That's kind of like the grounding bit. That's fine. All right, we'll cut that out. All right, so we're gonna get into your guys' tarot cards and just see what the messages are here. Okay. Wow, yeah, so definitely first of all, you could have a lot of earth in your chart, like in your zodiac chart. So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or even Venus. But you guys are I think you're dealing with a lot of like, you're just so grounded. I think that's part of the thing, is you are so grounded and like coming to this realization that it's not necessarily working for you. Like it kind of feels like you're you're having a hard, you feel very stuck, like you're having a hard time budding, you're having a hard time like moving through life right now. And I think that like a huge part of this is potentially the fact that you are such a driven person. Like you want so much forward movement, you want to be very focused and goal oriented, and it's just not yielding the reward that you want. It's and that's kind of a reason why I think that this guardian in particular is showing up for you, is because you really are being called to tune in with your emotional state more. You're not able to like bud and flourish if you're just consistently staying in this very like earthly energy. You're really just like, I want to just push through. I want to just, burn away what I don't want to need, and I just want to like plow through, make a new path. I'm literally seeing like what is it when they're like tilling the fields, right? When on like farms, I'm just seeing like this consistent pushing, pressing forward motion. And it's just going to cause you guys to get burnt out because you're not listening to yourselves. So I think that's kind of the thing here with this reminder of a combination of tension and flow. I think you guys are really focused on the tension aspect, the literal aspects of things. You're very like ground earth focused. So like career, finances, home, family, whatever. And you're not allowing enough of the flow. And I think that's kind of what's holding you back from really receiving a lot of whatever it is that you're doing or very focused on. Yeah, and it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. Y'all are like really in your head about it. Because it's just a battle with yourself. You're the one that's holding yourself back. So whatever you came to this reading like wanting to receive or get out of it, this is really a message about you connecting with you. There's really like nothing else to be focused on, no one else involved. Like you need to take everything that's outside of yourself and kind of just brush it aside for the moment and really focus on connecting with yourself and your emotions, because that's what's going to really provide you more clarity on like the situation. It's going to help you get much more centered within yourself. So focusing on connecting with a water guardian. If you really are into like mythology, maybe connecting with mermaid energy, or just literally having like some ocean water in your house, like getting a jar of it, like I do. Have a big jar of it, and like connecting with that, or being near a body of water, or doing like water therapy. These types of physical manifestations help a lot with the internal ones. So it reminds us that our emotions it's energy in motion, it's flow, right? So how can we really connect with and access that for pile number 1? That's hysterical. Okay, so for you guys, a huge part of this process is, wow, the best thing that you can possibly do, the best thing you can do in this situation is to just pick one thing. Like, let's stay focused. Stay very focused on one emotion that is coming up that you feel like you struggle with. Stay focused on that and bring, like, it's actually really interesting because I brought this up in my Patreon reading this morning, is that you guys just allow yourselves to kind of get like tossed up with all of these different emotions. And the thing is you have to focus on what actually makes you happiest. You have to get very, very clear and sharp. Like the Queen of Swords is just all about like no bullshit, like very, very, very specific. And not in like a cold way, but in a, hey, like let's get very focused, like get super, super focused. And this is a strength of yours. I can tell that like your intellect and your logic is a strength for you. So lean on that, lean on it in a positive way, and make sure that you're focusing on something that brings you true happiness. because that's also going to show you like the opposites, right? So with the Seven of Cups reversed, it's asking you to get very clear and specific on one thing and not be so overwhelmed with all of the things. So right now, if you feel like there's a particular emotion that you either struggle with connecting with, or that there's an emotion you want to feel more of, focus, like pick one and make sure that they kind of balance each other out, right? Because that's actually going to help you heal through like one thing a little bit better than if you're trying to focus on like 12 different things. It's like not it, fam. So let's say you just want to feel like more abundant in your life. Like you want to feel that energy of abundance. Well, where does like your scarcity and your fear come in? Where do you notice that? Is that something that's been coming up for you lately? And let yourself connect with that emotion and trust that you're being guided and protected while exploring that emotion and understanding it, and acknowledging it and not letting it just like go to the wayside and like fester. And that's actually something that came up in my last Let's Talk video with the disowned selves. So I can put a link to that if you guys want to watch that. But that's something that's coming up very strongly for you guys, is focusing, like, you know, really getting very clear on one thing to work on. So that is the main message coming through from like the Water Guardian, and something that you can pay attention to and work on. And now we're going to go ahead and actually dive into your oracle cards. And we received, which I'm really excited about, you also got an animal energy to work with, or it might be an elemental one as well. This deck does like animals and elements. But oh yeah, see, there you go. Gaia, harmony, abundant. You can't make this shit up. I love this. What did I say? If that's something that you're really struggling with connecting to, let's just dive in and take a look here. But Gaia, harmony, abundance, wholeness, and forgiveness. So allowing yourself, first of all, like forgiving yourself for any of those feelings that you might have. If you feel like, well, I'm holding myself back because I'm in this constant lack mentality, like forgive yourself, forgive that part of yourself, and allow yourself to move on and have peace around it, and come into more harmony, like with yourself, with the world around you, like the energy of Gaia. Literally, again, like all this earth energy, you probably have a decent amount of like Taurus in your chart, or any of the other ones, but at any rate, abundance, like really tapping into that feeling of abundance and gratitude, and just looking around you at how magnificent and amazing the world is, and just connecting with that energy. The energy of the earth is like just so, so, so powerful. We also have the number 46, which could be important to you, or if you just, you know, do the adding up thing, you get 10. And so it's this very whole energy, very connected. It's like the ending of a cycle. It's abundance. Like if you could think of a number that connects to abundance, in my mind, it's 10. So I think that that's very potent and powerful energy to be connecting with. Making sure that you're like genuinely, again, like maybe it is like really just connecting with water for you guys, like connecting to the elements of Gaia, the energy of Gaia. And I'm seeing the moon above that too. So you probably work really well with the lunar cycles. So I would just tune into that as well. We're going to go ahead. Where are these going to go? I guess we're going to figure it out. And pull these guys. You have sacred sexuality, which, okay, that's a really powerful reminder, especially when dealing with emotions. So like looking at how sexuality and like the concepts around sex like come up for you, what kind of emotions arise when you think about that or tune into it, and notice maybe like what kind of emotions you want to have around like your sacred sexuality, and also which ones you don't. And that could be a really good hint as to what to work through. So I think throat, heart, and sacral chakra are coming up very strong here. So if those are things that you want to tune into more, balance out, and focus on, that would be really good. And I also think that hematoid quartz is great for like, again, clearing and regenerating with those. So this is a powerful one, and this is a very deep one for people because, you know, sexuality can be so different for everybody, and like people's experiences with it and whatnot. So that's a powerful reminder. And we also have release. I love how perfectly the stuff lines up. And look at all those blues too. Like, how beautiful is that? With the frog. And frogs are very symbolic of regeneration as well. I believe, I'm not sure if it's all of them or not, but most of them, actually, when they shed, they eat their skin. So they're like consistently utilizing the things around them and regenerating and like integrating and regenerating and integrating. So it's a very powerful animal to work with and be connected to. And they're also very connected to water and land. So again, emotions, earth, can't make it up. But working on like releasing emotions. So do you have a hard time crying? Do you have a hard time allowing yourself to connect, well, clearly, but like really connect with and move through your emotions? Releasing stuff that you just don't need, you know, like allowing stuff to come up and letting it go. So really practicing that and, you know, intentionally connecting with the idea of release. And maybe with this, we have a full moon in Virgo coming up, I think on March 18th. So that's all about releasing. And again, we have this like new moon in Pisces, depending on when you watch this. So there's that balance of like the water element, right? And then the full moon in Virgo and the earth element. So I think you guys really are called to work with like the lunar cycles closely. I think that that will be very beneficial for you. And we also have Viracocha, honor the light. Wow. And number 43. So we add that up, we get 7, which is a very spiritual number. So you guys tune into like your spiritual practices to really acknowledge and be present with light force energy, with like God energy, with source and universe energy. I think that you guys are just being called to focus on the depth of things a little bit more. I think you've just been very, very caught up in your head and in like the everyday world, the work world, the what should I be doing or producing or whatever. And your spirituality is asking to be tuned into. And I think that this is something that actually helps you guys connect with your emotions a little bit as well. So honoring the light, honoring the grandness of like what has created you and what you co-create with. And last but not least, the expansion card. This one gets me every time. It's such strong imagery. Again, we have 16. We have the number 7. So a lot of spiritual energy. Educate your mind and senses. So how can we tie all this in together? Because this is the last card that you guys have. Really making the mind-to-body connection, the mind, body, and spirit connection. Make it happen. Focus on expanding your mind, expanding your spirituality, expanding yourself emotionally, and see how they all tie in together. It might feel very uncomfortable, and it might feel like something you guys have never done before, or you really struggle with doing. You have guidance right now. You literally have the guidance of connecting with your emotions that will lead you into understanding like what aspects and areas need to be focused on in order to just kind of bring all this together and to get into like the best space you possibly can for yourself. So that is all I have for you, pile number 1. If this resonated, please give the video a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel so that you can receive more videos like this, and just keep tuning in, checking in with yourself. It's very important. I'm sending you guys so much love. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, if you picked pile number 2, this is your reading, and it's already pretty cool because I'm noticing a big shift in energy. You guys are actually calling in a lot more grounded energy, which is almost literally the opposite of what we just had in the first video. So with the Mookaite Jasper, this is a really powerful stone, guys, and it's incredibly grounding. Very grounding, but also very, very nurturing and loving. And really good for deep work, too. Like, deep, deep stuff. Like, dealing with ancestral, like, healing and trauma. Dealing with your dreams. Really working on a lot of, like, inner spiritual stuff. So, helping ground that into your everyday life. So if you feel called to Mookaite Jasper, I would definitely recommend looking into it and working with it. But the guardian that you guys have with you and wanting to connect with you right now It's the Shield Maiden, making plans and focusing. Ooh. That's really cool. So you might be really into like Norse culture, mythology, anything around like that era. I think that that could be calling to you as well, or something that you're already pretty familiar with. But it's very protective, again, ancestral energy. I like that a lot, making plans and focusing. So I think you're really connecting with some ancestral guides. Honestly, I feel like you might have like a Norwegian bloodline, or you might just, again, like really connect very well with this type of energy and these types of guides. But they're pushing you to get very focused. They're pushing you to move forward with something. And I think that that's also why the Mookkite Jasper showed up, is because it is a stone that helps a lot with that. So we're going to go ahead and look at our reminder to continue to come back to throughout the reading as well. Ooh, Neptune. Damn. Okay, guys, so I literally, like, I shuffle and then I just put the cards down. Like, I don't see, like, how this all lines up. So to see all of this dream work and this depth starting to come out, and the fact that you got Neptune and it's about dreaming and transcending. You guys are being called to do some deeper shit, which is pretty cool. And I mean, you're definitely very like protected in that aspect, but they're asking you to really move forward with making a plan and focusing on it and really getting down to business. Like there's some deeper stuff at play that just wants your attention and wants to be worked with. So this is the reminder to come back to throughout the reading. And we're going to go ahead and dive into your tarot. So we'll find out about the tarot messages, and then we'll go even deeper into your oracle cards. So with regards to dreaming and ancestral healing and connections, what does pile number 2 need? Ooh, we have the Hanged Man right away. We have 5 of Cups reversed. Okay. Yeah, you guys really are you're being called to like be very present with a new perspective. Some of you might actually really connect with and resonate with like shamanic work or shamanic practicing, doing shamanic journeys, because I'm literally seeing like the upside down. And when you connect with like shamanism and shamanic healing, doing shamanic journeys, you can go one of 2 ways. You can go into like the ethers and the heavens and connect with guides and people up there, or you can go to the underworld and you can go and be more present with like the earth energy, with your animal guides, like that type of thing. So I see you guys really gaining a lot of new perspective by connecting with your guides, with your ancestors, doing deeper work. Truly, I mean, seeing where Neptune shows up in your chart as well and learning about that, but like, I don't know, it's like you guys have been longing for some deeper spiritual connection, and like your guides are literally saying like, come here, come to us, you know, connect further, connect deeper. It's something that really does fill your cup as well. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Yeah, really, like with the 4, 5, it's like you are looking and waiting for some kind of like sign, or to figure out like something. You're literally sitting right on top of it. It's like your spirituality is already a part of you. You're very, very, very connected to it. So I think that by getting pretty particular and like with this making plans and focusing energy from the Shield Maiden, it's like you're really being called to do some deeper work, and they're like, just get specific on it, you know, start like planning and asking what it is you want to know or what you want to get further connected to, because it's literally sitting right underneath you. And you're just going to gain so much from it. Yeah. This is just something that is very emotionally fulfilling to you guys, and you just haven't been doing it at all. I feel personally attacked. And this always happens. One of the piles just resonates with me very strongly, and it's cool because it helps me share the message very clearly. But what else does pile number 2 need to hear? Because I think that point was made. Okay, yeah, this is something that helps you tune in with your personal creative energy, and it's like been a long time coming, and it brings you a lot of success. So here's the thing, is the more you guys focus on your spiritual wants and needs and desires and really bring that into balance for yourself, the more literally just success comes your way, like financial success, like community, just everything. Like it helps you tune in with the right people and the right things to be doing and staying focused on, and like just your creative energy. Like it's something that really helps spark and stir your creative energy. I'm seeing so much like sacral chakra coming through, so it's very important for you guys to do this. And we have the moon too, so there's just so much to be understood, so much more to be seen for you guys, and it's in this underworld, it's in this, you know, dream space. And really, like, Pisces season is going to be great for you guys if you do watch this when the video comes out. Again, it's timeless, so like it doesn't matter when, but even more so now. And just this very strong, like literally like fish energy that's standing out a lot. So some of you guys might have spirit guides that are actual fish, no joke, or you could just feel very connected to like water animals, like ocean animals, ocean dwelling animals are coming through pretty strong. Yeah, just don't fight it is basically what they're saying. Like, don't fight it, just go with it, just really like roll with the punches. And we have, yeah, 7 of coins reversed. So it's like now's not the time to be focused on like the what's the word? It's really telling you to be extremely present, right? So like not to be like crazy forward thinking, and not to be like really worried or stressed about like your financial space, your worldly space. Like they want your focus to be on your spiritual space right now. And like, I don't know, just working through more of your shit, and not necessarily even working through it, but just being really, really present and focused on it, because that brings you a lot of like personal emotional balance, and literally just like manifests into your world in the best ways possible. So with all that being said, we also have an animal guide coming through for you guys, and you got the lizard or tuatara. So dreaming. Oh my god. How many cards can this come up in one reading? Dreaming, sight, knowledge, and hidden gifts. You guys are very psychic and very intuitive and very focused on rebirth and regeneration. So Phoenix energy, Scorpio energy, just a lot of water in your chart potentially. But this is beautiful. This is really beautiful. Yeah, these guys are known, I'm pretty sure, like there was something that I read about them actually literally having some sort of third eye. So they have such intense history and like knowledge. They've just been around. Think of how long they've been around for. Like lizards are literally freaking dinosaurs. I mean, I could show you guys my lizard. I don't know where she is, if I can find her. But yeah, they're very powerful. Say hi to Sage. Is she gonna stay still? There you go, pretty girl. So she's a gargoyle gecko. So again, why I just felt like really connecting with this one. But say hi. She's like, I'm upside down and I don't like it. Sorry, love. They're just such magical little dinosaurs. So yeah, if you feel called, tune into some lizard energy. Right? Say hi. I'm trying to get her eyeballs. So yeah, lizards. Lizards are very cool for you guys. And we'll start moving on through some more of our oracle cards. So right off the bat, we have patience. Yeah, and that's the thing, guys. Like this is probably something that is like a regular. You need to tune into it regularly, because it just unfolds over time. And again, with the turtle shell, like really a lot of good, strong reptile energy coming through for you guys. Just being patient with the process, being patient with yourself. And we have play. So don't forget to play. Again, with the water energy. You guys might have a lot of water in your chart. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But really calling in that play balance too. So in your physical, literal world, and also like in your spiritual world, making sure that this is something that you do for yourself and you enjoy, and just staying very tuned in and connected with it. And we have 2 more for you guys. These are pretty potent ones. So number 37, the Diamond Tiger of the Black Moon. You literally have the moon card that came out. Second chances bring success. And I know, all right, so we have the number 37, and then, you know, we add that up to be 10. I know that this is also a card of like a lot of intuitive energy. This really resonates well with like the Empress and the High Priestess cards as well. You're being called to tune into so much more, especially like, I don't want to say the darker side of things in a negative way, but like I said, that very intuitive, psychic, deeper magic space is really where your guides are calling you to. So like I was saying, just like deep intuition, lots of magic energy going on with that. And like, I also feel like tigers are a guide for you, or like a really beautiful animal for you to be connected with. Mindful wisdom, again with number 10. Yeah, 2 + 8. Create inner harmony. So this is just something that you guys need to do to balance yourselves out, to create harmony for yourself. That's so strong. And owls could pop up for you. Owls could be a guide for you. Like, it's really powerful. And again, with all the purples and the yellow even too. So like with the solar plexus is that knowingness and being, like really truly connecting with your being. And you're a very spiritual being. Very, very spiritual being. So just make sure that you're connecting with this, finding ways to connect with it on a regular basis, and doing it for yourself, bringing it into your life in a playful way, in a way that's very fulfilling for you, and knowing and trusting that the more that you focus on that, the more abundance, the more clarity it's going to bring into your life, and really just fill your cup. It's just going to fill you up and make you the best version of yourself, in order to just give more, just give a lot more. You have so many 10s in here too, so it's a lot of like breaking cycles, ready to like start something new. You're like on the cusp. You're really working through a lot right now, and you're on the cusp of like a new cycle, like genuinely speaking, just ending something in the best way, like coming to the culmination and the end of something in order to start fresh. So I hope that this reaches you guys well. Please give the video a big thumbs up and share it if someone else needs to hear it. And make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you can keep getting videos like this. Just keep getting like, you know, little notifications. You could like push the little notification button too. But I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for taking time to tune in and learn from yourself and learn from yourself, basically. But I appreciate you so much, and I will catch you. And finally, we have pile number 3. Oh, I'm so excited to see what's in store for you guys. I feel like the messages for the first 2 piles were very strong and cohesive, so I love how to see that all come together pretty much. Because what I was telling pile number 2 before is that I really do just kind of like let the cards fall in and I organize them, and seeing them kind of all unfold together during the reading is really beautiful. So if you guys picked this pile, you also picked this selenite wand, and for me specifically this one, the shape of it, it just helps me channel in like very specific, guided, like clear information. And selenite is also like one of the master crystals with regards to cleansing and clearing. Any sort of selenite wand really just makes sure that information or energy or frequencies is coming in a very clear way, and in a very like light way, as opposed to like negative or heavy or whatever. It's very, very positive. Great piece to have. I have so much selenite around the house, it's ridiculous. So the guide that wants to be connecting with you guys is the Mirror Guardian. Take time to reflect. I'm getting a lot of air energy, so you could be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But this card's calling in a lot. I feel like a lot of guidance and wisdom with regards to checking in with yourself more. But we're going to dive a little bit deeper. But the Mirror Guardian is who's showing up for you. And the message to just come back to throughout all of this, it's actually Earth. Persistence, patience, and practicality. So This is interesting because I think it's going to be a really great tie-in for you guys. You could have a decent amount of earth in your chart, or this could be your reminder to get very grounded and practical and logical, especially if you have a tendency to be very much so in your head and wanting some clarity with regards to how to integrate, how to move forward. So taking time to reflect is something that's going to help you, you know, with your patience, with your practicality, and all of these fun things. So we'll go ahead and dive into your tarot cards and see what's showing up for you guys in this message. And then we have a bunch more oracle to go into. Yeah, all over the place. Yeah, you could be Libra. Libra energy coming through. Yeah, so we have swords right off the bat. So feeling kind of scattered, feeling like you don't really have a strategy, you don't really, yeah, even, dang, even like your creativity and your confidence is like, I feel like kind of being, you're questioning it lately. So really feeling like you need guidance, and what's coming through right now is this: take time to reflect. You know, this energy that's just like, hey, you need to focus on you in order to get the answers for this. Wow, yeah, and you have the wheel right off the bat. Tens, again, tens are coming through pretty strong for everyone. So this is like you're at a space where things are really culminating. Very strongly for you. Like a lot is showing, a lot's happening for you right now. I feel like you're experiencing a lot energetically, but it is all happening for you, and the wheel's turning in your favor because, you know, we have it upright. But I think that lately this has been something that, because you haven't really known how to like genuinely reflect on yourself or take the time to do that, it's kind of affecting your ability to be like a co-worker too, and a co-creator, your ability to collaborate with others and build with others. It's like things are really being called into question right now, and the reality is that you just need to focus more on yourself and how you're showing up. All of these coming up reversed is what that's telling me, is these are kind of the biggest things that you're dealing with right now. You know, like your real world ability to be collaborative and working and creating with others, your ability to have like a clear strategy and the resilience to move forward, and also like yourself as a creative force, your personal confidence. And like Aries, the ram, is all about like strength and confidence and like moving forward, and like it's the beginning of the zodiac, it's the springtime, you know. So this could all kind of be culminating for you in the springtime as well, in Aries season. Wow, yeah, and we have the star, peace and healing. So like, again, you guys are really, you're here with purpose. So don't allow yourself to get like too worried about like being really out of sorts and out of whack. You're very much so destined for success. This is just a time in your life where you're feeling like kind of all over the place and needing to reflect on all the things that are coming up around your personal empowerment, your collaborative ability, and your work stuff. Like all that stuff is really being called into like, I don't want to say question, but you're being called to pay more attention to it. And also just getting very focused and having a strategy. And a big message for you is learning temperance throughout this, learning how to create balance, learning how to create harmony, not just within yourself, but also within all of these situations. So maybe taking a look at each of these individual aspects of your life and tuning into how you can create more balance there. That's going to help you with like your practicality and with your ability to get very clear and move forward on things, have better decision making, and feeling much more confident in yourself. Yeah, again, harmony. Literally, you have harmony twice, right back to back. You probably do have a lot of Libra in your chart, if I'm being completely honest. You could be Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or literally just a lot of Libra. But there is a call for balance. There's a call for duality and coming into harmony with yourself, and then creating harmony amongst all of these different situations. So that's why you have the mirror guardian, is you have this guardian that's showing up for you to really hold up the mirror for you in like a loving way, and a way for you to visually see how this stuff is playing out in your life and saying, okay, well, if I'm not experiencing feeling very creative and feeling like the powerful force that I am, why? Like, literally look at what is like not in harmony in the rest of your life in order to balance that out. Same thing with like your collaborations, your work efforts. You know, are you taking on too much? Do you need to delegate a little bit more? Like things like that. And with regards to like all of the air energy and the thoughts, like the strategy and resilience, it's like you're feeling very scatterbrained and all over the place. Are you not just like creating enough time for yourself to get clear on what your actual goals are? So they're being asked to create a lot more balance, harmony, and understanding in all those areas of your life, and especially just within yourself first. But know that you are very much so destined to succeed in that. All of this stuff is happening like for you and happening in your favor if you really harness in the energy. So we also have some animal energy for you to connect to, or an element. This deck is elements as well, but we have, wow, I love that. Orange blossom jellyfish. Transparency, sensitivity, surrender, and illumination. We also have, you know, the number 35 could be important to you, but 5 plus 3 is 8. So that is literally infinite possibilities. It's like the magician number. It's just the number of knowing that like you can go in any direction you want and you can make it successful. You just have to do it. take action. But I think it's really interesting with the transparency how well that ties in with the mirror, the reflection, the being very clear on who you are, how you're showing up, and what's happening in your life. And then the sensitivity. Like, you probably consider yourself a pretty sensitive person, and that's why stuff gets thrown out of whack so quickly and easily. So that's why it's really important to surrender into that and know that, like, with the illumination, you'll see and understand stuff as you're meant to. So just calling on that energy, honestly, I feel like is something that's going to be really good for you. We also have ancestors. So some of you might be dealing with stuff that has just come up in your family history. You could be dealing with like some ancestral healing or family trauma, or like genuinely needing to connect more with your ancestors in order to learn how to come into a place of balance and understanding. So that's pretty potent medicine for you guys. And we also have reflect. That's fucking hysterical. I can't even make this shit up. Yeah, reflect. Like, really spend some time focusing on this mirrored energy and what shows up, who shows up as mirror for you. Take time to reflect. Reflect. Do it again. There we go. Reflect. So making sure that you guys are knowing and feeling and tuning into the fact that like this is all happening for you, not to you. It's an opportunity to shift something. Like, we live in a world that's made of light. So if you want to like illuminate and see maybe the negative aspect of something, or something's just not jiving with you, you now have the opportunity to see the opposite side of that, like the good, the positive, and choose which one is most beneficial for you. We also have Chakana, time to cross the threshold, again with the 10s. So number 19, 1 plus 9 is 10. Yeah, you guys are really being pushed into a space to like accept and surrender into just who you are as an individual. And this is something that you need to do more frequently for yourself, is really be not just reflecting on yourself, but the things that manifest and show up in your life. And crossing the threshold for me, that's just really saying like, leave. Oh, all right. Sorry about that, guys. My camera said no. My camera decided, nope, no mas. So, you know, we kind of went over this, but really it's time. It's time for you guys to move into a more strong state of being and clarity. And the last card we have for you is, again, with the 10s. Holy crap. Everyone's really at the brink of shifting and changing so much. And really, like, you've worked through some sort of cycle that's coming to an end. It's very powerful. Genuinely showcasing that we're all on this energetic wavelength of like just stepping into our best and like
most real reality for ourselves. But anyway, cosmic ancestors, voice your concerns. So this is definitely like for those of you who feel called to understanding something bigger than yourself, really reaching out and connecting with like your guides, your ancestors, praying, like whatever it is for you, do it. Especially with like the solar plexus and throat chakra energy coming through, what I'm getting is that like you're really being called to, like I said, like really speak about what it is that you're going through. Like verbalizing, praying, asking for that specific guidance and like actionable things to do. That's going to be a good thing for you guys to either journal on or meditate about, or like I said, like pray about, ask about. So I hope that this resonated for you guys. I hope that this made sense. Make sure that you give the video a big thumbs up if it resonated, and feel free to share it with someone who might need to hear it. But other than that, just, you know, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. You could click that little bell notification thing so you know when I put out more readings. But other than that, I'm just sending you guys a lot of love, a lot of good vibes and energy, and I will catch you in the next video.